And today we're taking a look at how to set up your new gas grill for the first time. Easy and simple. This is so easy, anyone could do. Everything that we use on the video, we're gonna leave a link on the description. So you got your gas grill and you're ready to start using it. Don't worry, today we're gonna show you how to set it up. Before we get started, remember the most important thing that you need is your propane tank. And the second thing, you wanna make sure it does have gas. Now the third thing, and most importantly, is safety. Because the last thing you want on a clear sunny day is to die. Now that we got the disclaimer out the way, the first thing that we wanna do is go ahead and clean the grill. And we're gonna clean the grill grates and the grease cover for the burners. And we wanna do this the old-fashioned way, soap and water. If you use a sponge or a rag, even better. We wanna go ahead and remove any particles, oils that the grill might picked up on the manufacturing process. Because the last thing you want on a clear sunny day is to die from chemical poisoning. Don't worry, here at the StatUpBox team, we want to up the chances of you living another day. And to make this easier, you can use a water hose or whatever or wherever you want to do it or use. Because at the end of the day, you are the king, queen, or both, or none of your castle. Once we clean the grill grates and the grease covers for the burners, we want to go ahead and dry them off. And remember, a pro tip, water and iron or metal are not a good combination. So whenever cleaning any metals, you want to dry them off because rust does not taste good. Once we've done that, we can go ahead and place the parts back on the gas grill. Now we're ready to install propane tanks. Either if you have an open back grill or one with doors, you're either going to see a hole in the flooring of the gas grill or either a hook on the side walls. If you have a hole in the bottom, that means you want to align the bottom of your propane tank with the hole. And this is going to help stabilize the propane tank if at any time you want to move your grill. If you have a hook on the side walls, what you want to do is place the handles on the top of the grill on the hook. If you have the hole in the bottom, you might have a screw or tightening bolt that you're going to need to tighten to secure the propane tank on your gas grill. If you have a hook, you might have a strap or also a bolt, nut, or screw that you might need to tighten. Now that the tank is not going nowhere, if you have a connector, cover, or cap, let's go ahead and remove that. We can go ahead and locate the hose that could just be dangling down on the side of the grill, or if you just took it out the box, it might be connected with a zip tie up on top. Once we located the hose, we can go ahead and handle the hose by the rubber or plastic connector. And we do this because we want to thread the plastic connector to the gas tank. And remember, a pro tip, righty tighty, lefty loosey. And we want to make sure we tighten this the most we can hand tight. The last thing you want is any leaks. Now that we installed the hose, we can go ahead and open the gas tank. And remember, when doing this, you want to verify that all the knobs on your grill are in the off position. Now we can go ahead and check for any leaks. We're going to get an empty spray bottle and creating a mixture of soapy water, which is water and a couple of drops of soap. And with this mixture, we're going to go ahead and spray the connector, the hose, and the regulator. If we notice that any bubbles form, that means you do have a leak. And you do want to replace the hose, the regulator, or the connector, or switch out the entire part. If you don't see any bubbles forming, we can move on to the third step. We're going to follow the hose to the top of the grill and spray where the hose connects to the grill. And using the same technique, we're going to verify if any bubbles form. If you do have any bubbles, it could be the oil ring on the connector. You might need to only just tighten the connector, or you may have to replace the entire hose and get yourself a new one. We're going to leave a link in the description for any parts. And to start your grill, the first thing that you want to do is open your tank. You want to twist to where the arrow says open. And for safety, what we like to do is press the igniter first and then turn the knob. And we do that so we won't have gas accumulation when we go ahead and press the igniter button. But let's say you don't have an igniter button on your grill or it's not working. So the first and safest way to turn on your grill is using a long lighter. If you notice on the side of your grill, you're gonna see a hole. And no, that's not the little hole where you see the little people work on your grill. This is where you're gonna insert your long lighter. What we do is we turn on our lighter first and then switch on the knob. And we find it better like that because it is a little bit safer, and the video just started and we don't wanna say bye-bye to you. If you don't have a long lighter, you can use a match. If your grill has an extender, you can go ahead and do that. We like to turn on the match before we place it on the extender, but if you want to do it the other way, you can. With the holes on the grill, you could turn on the first one and the last one, because the grill usually has one on the left of the grill and the right of the grill. But if you want to turn on the middle burners, what you want to do is remove the cooking grate, and to have better access the drip plate. Then using the same method, you want to have the fire on first and then turn on the knob. And with this method, you can use the match or the long lighter. Once on, you can place the drip plate back and the cooking grate. If your gas grill has a side burner, this would be a lot easier. Using the same method, you want to have the fire on before and then turn the knob. If you've done all this and your burners still don't turn on, it could just mean you ran out of gas. And what you see move the fire could just be air on the tank. What we want to do now is burn off any oils or residue that we were not able to take off on the cleaning process. And this is just an extra step to make sure that on this clear sunny day, you don't, and you know the rest of the story. So what we're gonna do is turn on all the burners on high for 30 minutes. And one key thing that we wanna do is leave the cover open. If you have a side burner, you wanna go ahead and do that for that as well. And now that we let it sit for 30 minutes, now we're ready to season the grill. And to season the grill, what we want to use is a high point smoke oil of your preference. And we want to shoot for a neutral base flavor, because the last thing you want is your food to smell or taste like something else. And you can use this in liquid form or spray form. In our case, we're using canola oil. And using thongs and paper towels, we want to go ahead and cover every inch of the grill grates and soak them up with oil. And we want to make sure we get the top grill grate, the bottom ones, and both sides of each. Seasoning the grease cover for the burners are not really necessary because they're going to see grease all the time. And we do the grill grates to make them non-stick. But do remember, every time before cooking is a good practice to apply oil to the grill grates. This is going to maintain the seasoning and also avoid rust. Once we do that, we want to go ahead and also do this process to the cover of the grill on the inside. Now that we oiled this baby up, we need to bond the oil with the metal. And that's done with a process of fire. We once again go ahead and turn on all the burners on high, but this time we close the lid and let it go for 30 minutes. You're gonna notice after the 30 minutes are up that all your grill grates are gonna be shiny and covered with the oil. It's gonna be a protective coating for your grill. And now that you're ready to work at the big box store setting up grills, you can pat yourself in the back for a job well done. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, that really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.